everyone and welcome back to my channel. For anybody new here, my name is Laura and I am a mum of 2, soon to be 3. Our channel is all about our chaotic and busy family life. It covers everything from food, organisation, mum life, days out, travel, you name it, we probably will cover it at some point. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's a series I'm hoping to start and it's going to be a 3 meals for £10 concept. That's what I'm hoping to run with, and I've managed to do it this week. And what I thought I would do is just show you what meals I'm making, how I make them and things like that. And yeah, I mean, the idea behind it is that obviously 3 meals for £10 I feel like is quite a good budget, I guess. I've seen lots of like other 5 meals for whatever, and I think this comes in at a little bit cheaper obviously. And the idea is all about using the same ingredients but making completely different meals, or using similar ingredients across a meal plan effectively, so that you end up with less waste. So you save some money there. You also obviously don't pay out for as much in the first place, but to still give you that balance of having some variety in your meals as well. So yeah, I've got everything laid out here as to what I've got this week. Then I'm going to show you what I've picked up and then obviously how I've made the 3 meals. But the 3 meals I'm going to make this week are a creamy chicken and mushroom sauce if you want to call it that, with sort of crispy potatoes. I'm then going to do like a roasted veg tomato based pasta dish with chicken in it again, and then a chicken noodle soup with some crusty bread. So yeah, those are the 3 meals, and if you want to see how I made them for £10 then just keep watching. Okay, so this will be everything that you need for these 3 meals. So I've got 1 whole chicken because the 3 meals are going to be chicken based this week. I've got 300 mils of double cream, a packet of pasta, some miniature potatoes, some carrots, some mushrooms, 1 red pepper, celery, red onions, tomatoes, and some part baked rolls. So as you can see, this is a receipt here. This is what it came in at. Obviously it comes to £10.21, however there will be some onions, tomatoes and celery left over, and probably some carrots as well for another recipe. So if you took off the cost of those, that'd probably bring you well under £10. Right, so the first thing that I need to do is obviously prep the chicken and get that in the pressure cooker. I'm going to pressure cook mine purely because it's now 1 o'clock and I don't really have time for much else. However, you could cook your chicken however you normally do it. So whether you want to do it in a slow cooker, pressure cooker, roast it in the oven, whatever your prepared method is of cooking a whole chicken, that is completely up to you. I'm just going to do it this way because of time, and also if I pressure cook it I do find the meat comes off the bones a little bit easier, so it is a little bit easier to get more meat off of it, if that makes sense. That was a really long-winded way of saying that, but yeah, I'm going to get that chicken prepped, get it in the pressure cooker, and then start chopping up the bits and pieces for dinner tonight. Okay, so I've made my chicken and I've taken all the meat off, I've shredded it all, and I've tried to separate it into sort of like 3 portions to get the 3 meals. The breast meat I've saved for tonight and the pasta bake, well not pasta but the pasta dish, and then the darker meat, the ones that's like, or the meat that's close to the bone, I've saved for the chicken noodle soup because that actually works better in the soup. So yeah, that's my chicken done. And now I'm actually going to make the stock for the chicken noodle soup today, and then I'll just put it in the fridge and get it back out when I need it later in the week. So this is the stock that has already come off the chicken. It's that colour because obviously it's had red onion, carrot and celery and things like that in it. So what I'm going to do is I've now got the chicken bones. So that this completely doesn't go to complete waste. There we go, that's the phrase I was looking for. I'm going to put this back in the pressure cooker with some water, loads of seasoning like salt and pepper and things like that. Put it back in and pressure cook it again for another 20 minutes maybe, just so that you can get all of the juice and the stock out of using the bones from the chicken you've bought, really. And then I feel like you've actually made the most of the whole chicken between 3 meals and obviously making your own stock for the soup. It has so much more flavour. So I'm going to do that now so that that's done, and then put that away for later in the week. To make the sauce, I'm just going to start by frying some of the onions in a little bit of butter and a tiny bit of olive oil as well. And then once they have started to soften, I'm then going to add the mushrooms. I'm then going to add my seasonings, give it a good mix, add in my cream, and then obviously my chicken to reheat as well. So here is our first meal. I've served it with some potatoes done in the air fryer and a little bit of side salad. So for the second meal, I'm just going to chop up the vegetables, place them on a baking tray and drizzle some oil over the top and my seasonings. I'm then just going to roast it in the oven for about 35 minutes until the vegetables are a little bit softer. And once that's done, I'm just going to add them to a blender and give them a good whiz. If you don't have a blender like this one, that's absolutely fine. You can use a hand blender too. Obviously there's a little bit of vegetable stock in there as well. And that gives you the base for your sauce. So now you just want to add your chicken and make sure you heat it up long enough that the chicken is fully reheated, and once that's done, just stir through your cooked pasta. So here is our second meal. As you can tell, I've served it with some garlic bread that I did in the air fryer and a little bit of side salad again. I'm just going to start by chopping up all of the vegetables that I need, and then going to saute the carrots, celery and onion in a little bit of butter just to soften them slightly. So once all of that is done, I am just going to add everything to the pot. So that includes the seasonings, the stock, the chicken, the dry pasta. I'm then going to cook it on the hob until the pasta is cooked. And here we go, here is our third meal. And again, I've served it with some of the pot-baked rolls.